people. So today is an amazing video that I love to film and watch that I'm sure none of you have heard of, called a TBR jar. If you're new here, hi, I am Bella, and what I essentially do is I provide clean content reviews of your favorite books. So basically I include cussing, sex, drugs, drinking, any type of thing that somebody or anybody might not like content-wise. I'm not saying like what's actually in the book, like the plot and all of that, that's different, but let's get into it. I have my laptop here with my current Goodreads TBR. I have my physical TBR, of course, in my room, but that is like 50 books and this is over 1,000, so we're trying to focus on a little bit of both here. We're already going in with 2 books as per usual. Well, technically 4, because 2 book club books, or maybe 3, because 1 book club I know for sure I'm reading, but another I'm not entirely sure because I don't run it and I'm just a part of it. So 2 of these are holds that are coming in on Libby. So we have The Maze Runner. I forgot who this is by. I'm sure many of you have heard of it. I will put a picture up right here. You guys can see me better. And then the other one I think is a romance. It's called The Other Merlin. Again, I don't know anything about it. I'll put a picture up right here so you guys can see. So those are holds that are coming in. One is coming in about approximately 2 weeks, and then the other is coming in approximately 4 weeks. So let's get into it. It is currently October 24th when I am filming this. Probably shouldn't come out until like beginning of November. So you can see I'm shaking. So the first prompt that I pulled is female author. I could choose a lot of people. We're going to just organize this by title, and then the first female author that comes on I will read. And this is one that I have been wanting to read for a while. Abby Jimenez, yours truly, but this is the second book in a series, kind of. Not like series, but interconnected standalones. And so we're going to pick the first book, not the second, the first book, and that is Part of Your World. So we already have our first book, and that is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. That was fairly easy. Beep. That did not go in the jar. The jar is right here. Shake, shake, shaky, 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 shaky. Who could it be? Okay. Oh, YA. There's a lot of YA books on here. Yeah, a lot of YA books. So we have the first book that is on this list. I just have it organized by title, but like backwards, you know, like ZY whatever. And I believe this is YA. I'd be disappointed if it wasn't. And it is loading. Yes, it is. The Young Elites by Marie Lu. That sounds interesting. It says Adelina Montero is a survivor of the blood fever. A decade ago, the deadly illness swept through her nation. Most of the infected perished, while many of the children who survived were left with strange markings. Adelina's black hair turned silver, her lashes went pale, and now she only has a jagged scar where her left eye once was. Okay, that's interesting. Her cruel father believes that she is Malfeto, an abomination, ruining their family's good name and standing in the way of their fortune. But some of the fever survivors are rumored to possess more than just scars. They're believed to have mysterious and powerful gifts, and through their identities remain secret, they have come to be called the Young Elites. And then we're not going to read the rest, because I don't have time for that. So, book 2. Okay. Creature on a cover. Okay. This should take a minute. And I'm saying like animal creature, not like human creature. Because we are technically creatures, okay? That's crazy to think about, but we are technically creatures. Okay, so the next book that is going on my TBR, it has a horse on the cover. You probably haven't heard of it before. Not being sarcastic there. It's called Winterling by Sarah Prenius. That's an interesting name. Okay, yeah, it has a black horse on the cover. I should probably put it up somewhere here. This is another fantasy, it looks like. We live here, my girl, because it is close to the way, and echoes of its magic are felt in our world. The way is a path leading to another place where the people are governed by different rules. Magic runs through them in their land. With her boundless curiosity and wild spirit, Fur, that's an interesting name, has always felt like she doesn't belong. Not when the forest is calling to her, when the rush of wind through branches feels more real than school or quiet farms near her house. Okay, I'm not going to read on. Except there's another realm, and it's middle grade, so that should be pretty easy to read. Prompt number 4. We're almost halfway, that's sad. Okay. Yellow on the cover. I know what I could do. Okay, we're gonna, okay, if you've seen this book, the cover is very yellow, and it is called Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I have never read an R.F. Kuang book before, and I really want to. She has like different genres, like she has like high fantasy, what else, like academic fantasy or whatever you want to call it, and then this is litfic. So basically it's her criticizing the publishing world, from what I understand. So like one person who is Asian dies, and the other person steals her masterpiece. And then there's more to it than that, from what I understand, but yeah. So we have Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. And I'm really glad I'm diversifying this TBR, because normally I would get in a slump. Next prompt that I chose, 2024 TBR. So if you didn't know, I created a video with my 2024 TBR, and the book that comes to mind first is Brandon Sanderson. Actually, I've never read Brandon Sanderson, but it's called Skyward. I've been really thinking about Brandon Sanderson, and I've really wanted to read his books. So yeah, we have Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, and that is our 5th prompt. Now I probably won't read all of these, but I like to know, I like to be able to mood read, okay? I'm a mood reader. And then also, the books that I don't physically own or have access to, I'm gonna place a hold on Libby. And so even if I'm not able to read it in this month, I will read them eventually, okay? So, we have a classic. So we're just gonna go through this and see what the first classic is that comes up. Oh, okay. This is one that I do own the physical copy of. I don't know if I'll read it because it's classic, and classics take me like 6 weeks to read. But it is Sense and Sensibility by Miss Jane Austen. It's a really good book from what I hear, and I really like Jane Austen. I've read Emma and Pride and Prejudice by her, and I really enjoyed the movie. I forgot the names of the actors now, but I really enjoyed the movie. It was really sweet. So that is our 6th prompt, a classic. Mix, 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 mix. In case you cannot tell, I'm in a very fun and interesting mood today. Okay, so the next one that we have is recommended. This could mean a lot of things. So it could mean like recommended by a friend. It could mean like recommended by one of you guys, or book talk, or booktube. One book that one of my friends has recommended to me is Twin Crowns by Catherine something, or something Catherine. I have heard really good things about that series. I think it's a duology. I know it's about 2 sisters. One is like a witch slash sorceress, and then the other is like some sort of princess or queen or something, and one of them basically has to send somebody to kill the other, but then there's like some sort of enemies to lovers with that. It sounds interesting. So I'll need to refill this prompt jar, or else not like fold them so much, but every month that I do this, I do add new prompts. I don't think there's any duplicates though. And my internet is being slow. Apparently this is a 5-book series, so yay. So it's by Catherine Doyle. Okay. And then the next prompt that I picked, I have already read it, and it says, you cannot read it because it's backwards. Historical. You cannot read it because it's in pencil now. But yes. Okay. Let's hope you can make that out a little bit. This is our 8th prompt. I need to scroll through my TBR and see what historical books. I want historical fiction, not just like something that takes place in the past. Oh, okay, so this is an author that I really like. This is called Words on Fire by Jennifer A. Nielsen. And I know I do have access to it because she has all of her books on Spotify, like as albums instead of audiobooks, which is really nice because then that means that I don't have to waste precious listening time. And I only use Spotify for the books that we do for the book club. So that is really good. So we have Words on Fire by Jennifer A. Nielsen. 2 more prompts. That's sad. I like doing these videos. I know I've mentioned that. So shake, 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 shake. Okay. Yes, I know, I'm weird. Borrowed book. Yes, I know exactly what I'm going to do for that because I'm already borrowing a book. Well, I mean, technically I'm borrowing a bunch of books on Libby, but that's besides the point. One physical book that I am borrowing is called God of Creation by Andrew Peterson. Let me look it up. God of the Garden. Yeah, God of the Garden by Mr. Andrew Peterson. I have read some of his works. I have read both the Wingfeather Saga, not technically the entire thing. I haven't read Wingfeather Tales yet, or the newest one that has been released in that. And I've also read the one that he wrote about like creativity. I forgot what it's called. And that was really good. I really like his fiction and his nonfiction. So that is our 9th prompt. And we shall see what our 10th prompt is. Maybe something a little more specific. Imagine we ran out of prompts in the next video. Sad. I know I mentioned that I did like different, that each month I added more. So also not sad. Cover gives fall. I cannot think of a cover that gives fall right off the bat. But I want to see. Not You've Reached Sound, that gives spring. Loading, loading, loading. Seriously, internet is stupid. So I'm mostly looking for fall colors. And one book that has fall colors is These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. Because it has like an orangish background and the female main character has red hair. I actually kind of like that cover, interestingly enough. So, to go over the books that we will be reading, or that I will be reading, in the month of November, we have Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, The Young Elites by Marie Lu, Winterling by Sarah Prinius, Yellowface by R.F. Kwong, Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. It looks like I'm going to be starting a couple series. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, Twin Crowns by Catherine Doyle, Words on Fire by Jennifer A. Nielsen, The God of the Garden by Andrew Peterson, and These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. So those are the books that I am going to be reading during this month. Oh, also, a book that recently came out that I know I'm going to be reading, actually 2 books that will come out that I will probably be reading, are Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. This is part of the Carval series, and then also Games Untold by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I was going to say Jennifer A. Nielsen, completely different author. But I will see you guys with the next video. Goodbye.